Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I wanted to have a bit of a chat with you guys about Project Zomboid multiplayer and why I think it could be a huge lease of life for the game. Honestly, I'm really excited about multiplayer hitting this particular build of Project Zomboid, and there's a whole host of reasons why. So really I just wanted to use this video as a place to ride that hype train with you guys and maybe stir up a few discussions amongst yourself as to what you are looking forward to personally. If you do find this video entertaining or useful, do consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. It's a big help to me as a creator. Equally, if you want to catch some Project Zomboid live, you can stop by my Twitch stream on twitch.tv/MrAtomicDuck to ask any questions or watch some gameplay, whichever is more for you. So first, let's get into a bit of context as to why everyone's talking about Project Zomboid's multiplayer at the moment. Multiplayer was actually in the game for a while, but with each build comes a set of new problems that need ironing out on the development side, and Build 41 has had a significant impact on the game especially. Now, with that in mind, multiplayer hasn't been released to this build just yet, and players have been waiting quite a while to see that happen. Kudos to the devs where it's due, however, they have given regular updates on blog posts with regards to their progress and keeping the community well informed, but there's definitely a lot of people out there that are just waiting for multiplayer to hit. But why is multiplayer in Project Zomboid such a huge factor? Well, for me personally, it's just down to the co-op experience and the PvE element more than the PvP side of things, and generally I think that's a feeling that's shared with a lot of the community too. Of course, there's always going to be players that enjoy the thrill of PvP, but Project Zomboid's general structure is definitely one that's geared towards survival against the game and its mechanics. If you can throw in a group dynamic, that adds everyone else's survival to your list of priorities and creates an extended progressional loop that Project Zomboid focuses itself on. Instead of just gearing yourself up, you're doing the same for your whole group. And then we get to skills. Project Zomboid is founded on surviving for the long term with the help of knowledge you acquire in different areas like cooking, farming, and trapping. To go with this, we've got a well thought out perk system and a list of occupations that increase your skills in certain areas, whilst taking negative traits to balance those positive ones. As soon as you start adding more players to the mix, you can cooperate amongst yourselves to cover as many bases as possible, or alternatively, you can always go in with the idea that you and your friends all pick randomly without telling each other and just see which you end up with. This combined with the fact that we're extending that period of replayability by adding the needs of other players, I think we could really start to see some cool setups being formed. More players are going to get to that stage of the game where you start creating bases out of buildings, log walls, that sort of thing, and they're still going to be enjoying the playthrough at this stage. Then comes resource management. We're adding in more players, so we're going to be using more items like food, water, fuel, and so on. Supply runs will need to be more frequent, which means that areas will potentially run completely dry of resources, and shifting locations is going to become something we need to keep in mind as time goes on for greener pastures. And the same can be said for survival skills that can bring in food. We're going to have to start considering those a lot more heavily. On the PvP and player interaction side of things, we've got a whole other world entering Project Zomboid that many new players just haven't experienced yet in this particular game. Just imagine the setups we could potentially have here. Maybe you choose to base at a gas station and become the owners of basically all of the fuel in that area. You could distribute fuel in trades with other groups, or maybe this is going to make you a target for raids from other players. Depending on the various rules of different servers, the possibilities here are really exciting. Firearms are going to become a lot more prominent too when it comes to this side of the game, which I'm willing to bet will lead to some sticky situations involving large groups of zombies and rival survivors alike. Overall, multiplayer in Project Zomboid's Build 41 is looking like it could change the state of the game significantly going forward and lead to some new interactions that most new players are yet to see during their playthroughs of the game. Really, I'm just extremely excited to play with my friends, and I wanted to use this as a chance to share that excitement with you guys too. If there's anything in particular you're excited for when it comes to playing multiplayer on Project Zomboid, feel free to share that with me in the comments. I'd really love to hear what you guys have in mind for your playthroughs going forward. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.